I remember the day like it was branded into my soul. Every cruel word, every dismissive laugh. I was just a kid then, standing in the middle of our cramped living room, clutching my sketch pad as my family tore into me. Mom rolled her eyes, Dad shook his head, my brother sneered, "You're wasting your life on this stupid dream. You'll never make it. Who even cares about your stupid drawings?" Their voices echoed in my ears, slicing through my confidence like shards of glass. I felt humiliated, small, and utterly alone. But deep down, I knew I couldn't let their words define me. I refused to be crushed by their doubt. So I packed my bags, left that suffocating house, and set out to prove them wrong. I threw myself into my craft, painting, designing, pouring every ounce of my soul into becoming a game developer. The road was brutal. Rejections piled up like mountains I had to climb over. Dead-end jobs, unpaid internships, nights spent coding in empty rooms while my stomach growled in hunger. My hands bled from countless hours of work. My eyes blurred from exhaustion. But I kept going. Every no was fuel. Every failure a lesson. I was stubborn, relentless. Years blurred into a montage of sweat, tears, and late-night victories. I finally launched my first indie game. It flopped. The critics tore it apart. But I didn't give up. I rewrote the code, redesigned the visuals, and launched again. This time, word spread. My game gained a cult following. Investors came knocking. I built a studio, took risks I'd never imagined possible. Slowly, I made a name for myself. Success wasn't handed to me. I fought for it, clawed my way to the top. And now, after years of struggle, I stand here, wealthy, respected, and finally free. I've sold my company, made my millions, and earned the respect I was denied as a child. But there's one thing I've always known I had to do: return home to face the ghosts of my past. I step onto our old street, the familiar houses lined up like silent witnesses. My heart pounds in my chest as I approach the house I once called home. I see my family sitting in the living room. Mom knitting, Dad reading the newspaper, my brother on his phone. They look up as I walk in, and I see the shock in their eyes. They haven't seen me in years. Not like this. I stand tall, my presence commanding. My voice cuts through the silence. "The kid you mocked, the one you told would fail?" Their faces twist into expressions of disbelief, then awkwardness. My mother's eyes glisten with tears she's trying to hide. My father's jaw tightens. My brother shifts uncomfortably. I can see the shame creeping in. The realization that I've become what they once derided. I walk to the center of the room, my eyes locking onto theirs. I was told I was wasting my time, that I was embarrassing the family. I say softly, but with conviction. But I didn't listen. I fought, I bled, I sacrificed everything to prove that I could do something real. And I did. I pull out my phone, showing them screenshots of my latest game, my awards, my studio, the articles praising my work. I see their expressions shift. Shock, awe, maybe even a flicker of pride. "All those years you laughed at me," I continue, voice steady. "But look at what I've become. I built this from nothing. I made my dream a reality. And I'm just getting started. A long silence hangs in the air. My mother finally whispers, her voice trembling. "We didn't know. We thought you were wasting your life." I nod, understanding now what fueled their fear. "You were scared because you didn't see the path, but I did. I believed in myself when no one else did. And I proved that even the most ridiculous dreams can become reality if you fight for them." I turn to leave, my heart pounding with a mixture of triumph and reflection. As I step out the door, I hear my brother call after me, "Hey, maybe you're not so crazy after all." I walk into the sunset, knowing I've finally shown them, and myself, that no dream is too foolish if you're willing to fight for it. I've returned not just as the person I've become, but as a testament to resilience, a living proof that sometimes the greatest revenge is simply living your truth. And as I drive away, I realize that the real victory isn't the wealth or fame. It's the moment I finally stood tall in front of those who once doubted me and proved that their words could never define who I was meant to be.